Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 5 of Direwolf20's Mechanical Mastery Let's Play series. Where today I'm grabbing a bunch of cobblestone and I'm gonna chisel it up. I made a chisel off camera, super easy, just any stick and ironing it. And that's from the re-chiseled mod. And I'm starting to look at like what would be a cool kind of pattern here. You can kind of see whether or not connected textures are enabled, what it looks like. There's some cool stuff. There definitely is. You know, trying to decide what would be a good pattern for the for the let's play. I like that. Chisel all. Yeah, let's try this guy out. Okay. And then I also thought to myself, you know what? While I'm at it, maybe it wouldn't be a terrible idea to get some gadgets to help build with. Is charging gadgets a thing in this pack? Ooh, it actually is not. That is not cool. That is not cool. Well, let's see what we can come up with for charging. There is the energy discharger, so maybe I can charge with. Yeah, maybe I can charge with power. Is that like a nice little energy cells? Can energy cells charge? I honestly don't know. I don't know power all that well. There's also the fernators and the magmators and all that stuff, if we wanted to get into any of that stuff, which we probably at some point will. But I've clearly started my RF journey with thermal, because that's kind of what I had access to earlier. So there's the reactors, there's those dudes. There is the player transmitter. That's kind of a good one. I might look in... I think that needs an ender pearl, though, doesn't it? Use an aerial pearl on a zombie or husk. Alright, yeah, I don't think we're quite gonna be able to do that yet. Energy hopper, that's cool. Energy discharger, I think that's for like taking charged items and, you know, doing stuff to them. Let's go with a basic energy cell and go from there. Does that sound cool? I think that sounds cool. Real quick, I'm just gonna get all the power-y things that I need to make that happen. So we're gonna need more iron and a redstone block. I might wind up putting some of this away. I know I've got some iron. Cool. And then we're going to want some of this. And that. And an energy cell. So if I were to just like plop this dude wherever's, he's going to start charging up. Okay, cool. And then I think I can charge inside these slots. So he should be emptying his RF from here, and this guy will work. And that should be cool. Okay. So let me clean up my inventory again. I had it mostly clean in preparation for a little building and base expanding today, because I think that's what I want to do. And then have an area for create to do its functional stuff. Now, just for funsies, I assume that I can't get a Swift Wolf ring just yet. Yeah, I need some dark matter, which is a block of diamond. A Eternalist fuel needs to be crafted with the Philosopher's Stone, which needs glowstone. So that's gated, right? Now, in fairness, I remember also that collectors could also get me some Mobius fuel if I wanted to. A basic collector tier 1 doesn't have a recipe, actually. Am I missing something here? None of these guys have recipes. Interesting. Interesting. So that's either gated behind something unlocking later. So I can get the tier 16 power flower, but I don't see any higher tier power flowers. So I suspect that I'm not meant to be using any of these collectors, which is interesting. It looks like the only flower available in the pack is the top tier one, which is going to be requiring some creative mode stuff, right? So we'll get to that when we get to that. But it looks like there's no collectoring, so that's fine. Which is kind of good because it really forces you to do this kind of setup rather than like, I made a power flower and called it a day. Like, no, none of that, please. So let's get set up with some diamonds and some iron and some redstone and some lapis, and that should be pretty cool to make our gadgets, right? So I'll start with I don't think we need the copy and paste just yet, but I will definitely get you. And you. Sweet. Okay. And then in theory, I should be able to charge this dude up. You know, I made this energy cell so that it could charge things for me. Explain to me why you can't charge things. Battery, maybe? So that can hold 4 million RF. I could probably make that. Let's get that can hold 1 million RF. So I'm going to need more of you, and I'm going to need more of these. Is it basic capacitors? Yes. So that means another of you. And then another of you. And there you go. Now, if I wanted that upgraded, we would need these guys. I'm not going to waste my time. 1 million RF should be enough to start me off. So in theory, I should be able to do that, and that'll start charging up power. That's cool. That works. And at some point, we'll go like deep into power. I'm sure we'll have to get deep into lots of things. But like we start, and then we'll see where things progress in the series, right? I'm kind of following the quest book because that's how we're going to get access to bigger and better things. And then I think I right-click this dude, and then anything in my hand should get charged. Nope, anything at all gets charged. That's fine. It's just going to take care of me. Nice. Okay. So let's start with you. And let's see how this looks, right? So, all right, I'm going to have to change up my keybinds because I personally prefer F to be how I open up my... This is my personal preference. I'm pretty sure when I first made this mod, like, offhand switching hotkey didn't exist. Or maybe it, like, just came out. I don't really remember. All right, so horizontal column and not place on top. How's that look? Pretty cool? I guess that's a cool pattern. Do I like that pattern or no? I just want to check one or two more. Because that one's a little bit busy. Feels busy. Ooh, I like that. That is nice. That's nice. I like that. That's a nice floor, right? Isn't that a cool floor? Definitely a cool floor. Okay. Yeah. I mean, and because it's cobblestone, so like that's cool. All right, so now let's get a nice horizontal wall. Or I could do column. I guess wall's probably good. Yeah. Is this a good place for this? Like, I kind of want to make sure. Anchor that guy. Keybinds G. We don't need that. Ooh, iron jetpacks is a thing. I should look into that. That's probably a good way to go. Yeah, I think Project E always messes with it. So let's just anchor it like that. Okay. And then we can do... That's pretty cool. That's not a bad start, at least. And then we can have, like, maybe... I wonder... Yeah, I can't really copy and paste yet, so that's fine. That should be a good starting point. Now, I know we're going to want to do a bunch of things with Create today. That's really where we're starting, right? So encased fans, fuel-free smelting and item washing. Remember, you can learn more by Create Machines by holding W. Now, remember, this pack is on 1.18 of Minecraft, not 1.19. Kind of forget the nuances of what's different in Create between the two of them. There's a variety of ways to do this, each with their own advantages and disadvantages. You can learn more by by searching for them. Create power generation. Water wheel is probably where we want to go, or windmill. I don't think we have access to steam turbines yet, do we? Oh, we do, actually. Steam engines do exist. Cool. I wasn't sure if steam engines were a thing in 118, but they totally are. So that's cool. There's all kinds of kinetic sources. Hand cranks, water wheel. Why does the water wheel look so different? Doesn't it look very different? Large water wheel? Are these two different things? That's not something I remember existing. Yeah, electric motors are cool, but I don't think we're going to have access to them for a while, right? Don't they require... They require, like, this stuff. Not there yet, right? Water wheel? So there's... That's interesting. What is that? Since when is that a thing? Isn't that... I don't recognize this at all. When did this get added? I have no idea. And the large water wheel is kind of cool. Look at that. Interesting. Well, I'm going to go with the normal water wheels. So let's try them out. Water wheel just needs some shafts. Right? Because that's generally how you want to start things off. And I'm assuming that I can do the standard, you know, the standard thing with water wheels. So I'm thinking we might want this platform to be a little bit longer out, right? And then we can set up the water wheels. So if I set you here, that's pretty standard. Why do I not recognize this thing at all? That's wild. So then what happens when I do this? That's not at all what I want to have happen. They just look a little different, right? And then we do this. All right, that's cool. That's working. That's the standard water wheel, right? So I'm playing around with these water wheels because they work very differently than the water wheels that I'm used to. Specifically, the second note here, which states, covering additional sides will not improve their kinetic output further. So as long as you have one side with flowing water on it, you're good. So this is 256, like right across the board, right? We're good. Like literally just that one bottom piece being touching flowing water and we're cool. And you could really do that on any side. Like it could just be like the back here could have had it. Like it kind of doesn't matter. That's kind of cool. Like I might even instead, like what if we did this, right? What if we removed you guys and instead did this, right? And then in theory, I should be able to oh, maybe not. Am I wrong about that? Shouldn't you be... Maybe I am wrong about that one. What I really need is a second bucket. Don't I have one in my backpack? I do. Good job, me. And maybe a third bucket. I'm just kind of like playing around with all the different, you know, water wheel designs that you could do, because this is fun. This is different. See? So I guess, technically, if I wanted this to work, it should be something like this. Right? And then that should also be valid down there. Yeah, literally as long as one side is touching flowing water, you're good. That's kind of cool. That's neat. Yeah, there's a lot we could do with this, to be honest with you. I don't know how I failed, but somehow I failed to place 3 water sources. Cool. So that, I don't recognize that at all. Like, is there an add-on to create that's doing that, or what? No idea. Couldn't tell you. But neat. All right. So I'll probably come up with, you know, something really cool to make that even better. But for now, it works, right? And then we have access to our shafts and all that good stuff for rotational energy. Sweet. All right. So I just wanted to show you guys me playing around with that thing, because that is kind of newish, right? So we've got create power gen. That's cool. Now our mechanical mixer is probably the next thing we're going to want to work towards, so that we can get a better source of andesite, right? Because andesite can be mixed with a small amount of lava, gravel, and flint. We're going to have to figure out how to get more gravel and flint. I'm suspecting the creaty way, whatever this is. Oh, that's chipped. Okay. Whatever. This is probably like one way to go about it. We could also mill it, to be fair. We could totally mill it. I'm assuming we're far away from some of the more advanced options like mechanism and all the other guys. But yeah. Or we could just pulverize cobble too, obviously. And that has a chance to get us flint, but it's a low chance. Now flint, don't we get like a... Isn't there like a... So you can get flint is a 25% chance when you wash it. If you mill, it's a guarantee. And if you crushing gravel, it's a 10% chance. All right, so if you want flint, your best way to get it is through milling gravel. And gravel you can also get from milling cobble, right? So we can do cobble to gravel, and then, you know, what is the andesite recipe? It's 2 gravel to 1 flint. So we could do some create logistics to make this happen, right? We can say like, you know, 2 to 1 splitting the gravel, and then always get flint. That could be cool. Okay. So let's do that, actually. Let's get a couple millstones, the mechanical mixer, the basin, that kind of stuff, and kind of go from there. Oh, and we should probably light this area up. F7's a thing, right? Yes, yes it is. Okay, good. Just so I don't forget. All right, so let's get ourselves a couple millstones, which is going to need some andesite casings. That's the whole, yeah, wood thing. I can get a couple of those. And any forged stone. Fortunately, this stuff doesn't count as forged stone, but we'll get a smelting system up that can handle that. Don't forget, I do have infinite-ish, but pretty infinite smelting going on right here, so that's cool. And these guys could also smelt if I needed them to. Okay. So we're going to want our andesite alloys, and we're going to want some oak wood, and I think we need an axe. Cool. Okay. And then I remembered we needed more of this for andesite for now, right? Andesite, boom, that's a lot of that. And then I'll just do this. That works, right? Cool. Hey, no lighting things on fire, please. And that is what's that. Perfect. Cool. And you'll make more stone for me. And then the millstone is going to simply be, I'm going to want 2 of these, right? At least for now. And then we want our mechanical mixer, which needs a whisk, is going to need 5 iron sheets, which we can get here. And then the basin should be easy enough to get. That is super easy. Cool. And the mixer is just going to be that whisk, which just needs those 5 iron sheets. Cool. Just a smidge of speeding it up, because Dire impatient. Okay. Cool. Quest completed. Mechanical mixer. I should get some kind of, like, experience... So, like, an experience obelisk or anything I can get that I have access to at the moment. Insightful Crystal requires emeralds, which I don't think I have access to just yet. Also requires a bottle of enchanting, which I also don't think I have access to just yet. I don't see anything about storing experience. Isn't there a mind stone or something like that? This guy stores experience, right? That's going to require some red matter. Definitely don't have access to that yet. There's the memory stick, which I don't think we actually have super good access to. Yeah. There's no obelisk XP. I'd really like to store some of this experience so that if I die, I don't lose it, but I think this is probably your only bet for now, and I don't think that that's a thing just yet. Is there a drain? XP drain? Nope, just the item drain from Create. All right, it was worth looking. So let's get a few, while we're here, let's get a few Create doohickeys, like gearboxes. 3 sounds like a number. That's a number of things that I have access to. Sure, why not? And then we can do that for more of this. And I will put away some of these, but I probably want at least a stack on me. Maybe 2. Just to make sure we're cool. Okay, let's get to creating. So we know we're going to want to do crushing, right? And we know we're going to want our mechanical mixer in our basin. And our goal is to create, like, large amounts of andesite. Now, I mean, in fairness, I could kind of keep doing this because it's not that expensive of a recipe. But I kind of want to do the automation thing. Right? Let's get some belts, actually. Can I do that with this? These belts are not super cheap, but they're doable. How about we get some more kelp? And we get smelting going on. So you should start cooking, and that should be cool. Perfect. That'll get me a good bit of kelp going on. And then what was the quest reward for this? Ooh, funnels. Nice. Okay. And then the press and the fan. And that's how we're going to get access to nether quartz, by the way, is via the fan. All right, let me start thinking about what this setup is going to be. I'm not sure if this is the platform where I want to set up this whole thing or not. So let me think this through for a minute. Because you know with Create, I always need to think about what I'm making. All right, so in theory, I should be able to do something like this. And that would be a cool way. You know, dire with Create. I love the mod. That doesn't mean I'm good at the mod. Right? Yeah. Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not a mod that I'm good with. But I do love playing with it, because it is so fun. So, if we had a vertical gearbox here... Hey. You were supposed to be vertical. Could you be cogwheelie? That would be cool. Right, now I just need to get you to rotate somehow. You know what I should get is the wrench from Create? That would be smart. Did I get one of those as a quest reward? I didn't, did I? So 3 gold plates, which I can totally get with my existing infrastructure. Should not be a problem. And then what, we could do something like this? Yeah, I like that plan. At least for now. I'm so impatient. Come on. Works for me. All right, so get that out of there. Cool. And then, in theory, I should be able to do this. And belts could go diagonally, right? That's cool. That's what's up. Okay? Now, if I drop cobblestone in here, he should grind, and then he should spit out here. Right? I think that's accurate. Now, funnels are cool, but tunnels is probably what I want for splitting. Look, there's the gravel. Cool. Now, if I'm also not mistaken, can't you do, like, more than one item at a time? Or am I crazy about that? Like, can't you do 16 at a time? So there's 16 cobble in there. Will that turn into 16 gravel all at once? I'm just curious. No, it doesn't. Okay, that's fair. That's understandable. So what we could have is 2 millstones, one doing one and the other doing the other. That might work. That might work. Okay. Or we could, you know, brass tunnel it. But that requires, like, that's stuff I don't know. I don't have access to quartz just yet, so I might have to hold off on that one. So what we could have is, effectively, I could have you, and you should be able to cover that, right? And now you're both doing that. Now, can I feed into with this thing? I'm assuming I can. Just need more of these dudes. Okay, so if that's doable, then I just need another grindstone. Right? And what we'd want to do is something like this. And then we would have the grindstone here. I'm assuming that I can do this. Right? Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be this. What this would be is this. And that keeps everybody moving, right? Now, if we were to drop and cobble into here, and for the time being, I can just do that. That kind of gums up the works. And we'll speed this up with some rotational stuff. I'm just kind of getting the basics in place, right? But in theory, this should then turn into gravel. And I think what I'll do is save myself the RF and just expand this platform like that, right? So in theory, you've got gravel in you. You just need some rotational force, which I can get you how. Oh yeah, that's cool. I'm so bad at this. That actually covers this up, so that's probably not a good thing to do. We probably don't want to do that, but just for proof of concept purposes, right? Yeah, look, now there's flint in there, right? And then you could have another one of these dudes, this guy, right? And then you would have a belt that you feed off into once we get this belt rotating. So what we'd probably want to do is something like, if I had one of these guys, like that. No, that's not great. We could probably extend. I know I'm not great at create. I always try to do things too compact when I'm doing create. That's my problem. I always try to compact things, and create is not a let's make this as compact as possible mod. That is not the goal with create. There we go. Now everybody's spinning. That's cool. That's cool. And realistically, what I could probably do would be to have you here. Right? And this belt going this way. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of breaking into the way of this thing, though. See? I'm not good at this, have I? Nope, nope, this is not smart. Could I have you back there? I could dump you on that side. I could. That would probably be cool. A little compact with my water wheels, but it would probably work. Do you have, like, a thing underneath? You do. So I could just... Yeah, that's an option. I could rotate you from underneath, and that would be cool. Because couldn't I just do... You ready for this? This. And... a gearbox? No, a vertical gearbox? Right? Haha, that's cool. That's how we do it. Okay? And then that's how we get our gravel and flint. I like that plan. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And then we just need lava. Which, can we get lava in a creative way? Probably should just use our existing lava method, right? Which is netherrack and all that. So all we realistically need to do, right, is... Now, here's a question. Can andesite funnels drop out of inventories? They can do that. They can do that. They can do that. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So you ready for this? This is my plan. This is my plan. Tell me if it's a good plan. I don't know. But I like the sound of it. Okay. Let's get some more Invar. That's aluminum. That's not Invar. That's Invar. Would you hammer up, please? That would be cool. Plenty of time in a bottle. Plenty of time in a bottle. Okay. You, and some barrels. And then you. Give me a bunch of EMC links. What are we missing? That's fine. Perfect. Okay. So, could I, in theory, grab some cobble, grab some andesite funnels? Do you think we could just do this, and this, and this? Oh, hold on. This. There we go. See? And then he's going to drop it out, but then once it backstuffs on cobble, it should stop. Right? It should stop at some point soon. I don't know at what point it'll stop, but it will definitely stop. Probably around a stack. Right? Or half a stack, or a stack. Point being is that's how you automate that. And that's pretty cool, right? And now you guys are happily making the gravel and the flint that we need to make andesite with. And that seems pretty cool to me. Yeah, so that's a compacting recipe, by the way. That's a compacting recipe, by the way. So we're going to need mechanical press. We need a small amount of lava and the gravel and the flint. And then we just filter out andesite. And then you're cool, right? So let's get that going next. So I know we're going to want another magma crucible so we can create the lava. So let's make one of those, right? Let's get a magma crucible. Okay, that's going to need some stuff. Let me make this off camera, and we'll be right back. You know what? I'm going to make this off camera between episodes, because we're pretty much at the wrapping up point. So if we stopped here... Are you spitting out items still? I was hoping that you would, like, stop spitting out items. Do you stop when there's one floating there? Because that I'm okay with. One little entity sitting there is not the end of the world to me. Not great. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change that. Because remember, they can also function like this. Okay. And then if I made this happen, and that happen, that should be valid, yes. All I need to do to validate that is to get this cobble out of here. And then you should start getting cobble in you. Isn't that how funnels worked? Into an inventory, but I don't think we can extract from inventories with funnels. That's probably right. Puts items into the inventory. Can you not extract? Without a belt? I could hopper it, to be fair. Yeah, that is not how it works. Shoots or smart shoots might be more suitable task. I'm down with shoots. I can do shoots. Alright, so let's wrap up the episode here. And come back next time. And what I'll do is then we will get the lava going, we'll get andesite crafting, and that would be pretty cool. Okay? Then we'll expand our create setup to do more things. Cool? For now, Devil20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Let's come back next time, and we will have... This should be working now, right? Yes, cobblestone is going in. Perfect. And then no items in the world kind of deal. And we could even, like, you know, do that, which is cool. Right? That's cool. All right, wrapping up point. Devil20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.